Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. I'm back in my new dollhouse today and I've very much been inspired by my recent dollhouse kit. So I'm making some changes to the bathroom that I'd already done, but I have still got a few things to do with that, so I'll show you that soon. And I'm going to show you the bedroom today. So this is the dollhouse when I first got it, and just sort of roughly laid out the layout. Then I redecorated and did the wallpaper, put the divider up, so I've got the bedroom and the bathroom next to each other. I really think the wallpaper is super cute, and I'm very happy with how it's all come together. Then this is how I styled it to start with. So I had the bed, I had the two bedside tables and the lamps, and then obviously I thought, well, I've got to add a wardrobe or something to it. So that's the first thing that I decided to make. I've kept it nice and small and streamlined. There's no need for me to do an absolutely massive wardrobe because it's not going to open. So I just got some card, made it to the size I wanted, and I got some lovely wood effect paper from Poundland, and I've just covered it with that. And I made a top piece for the wardrobe, covered that, put some double-sided sticky tape on, and then stuck it on the top so it makes it look a bit more like a wardrobe. And then I got these cute drawing pins and popped those in for the handles, and then I got some of my lovely silver sticky tape to make the line of the doors. And I think that looks fantastic, and that's going to look great in there. As I say, it doesn't open, but it does the job. And because I've done a dividing wall and I haven't actually glued it into place yet, I was able to bring the wall out and stick the wardrobe onto that wall, so that was pretty cool. Then using the marble effect paper that I had, I made a picture frame to go around a picture I already had. And then for Easter, I bought these little wooden containers, little wooden shapes inside the container, and I'm using that container now as a bookcase. So I actually cut it in half, so it's half the size that it was, and then I've just put some of that wood effect paper on the inside and then round the outside, but I'm going to keep the shelves wood coloured. So I think that's really nice. I did toy with the idea of painting it, but I think it sort of looks a bit more sophisticated with the wood effect. So now I've got the bookcase, I want to dress it with some lovely details. So I've got this little clock that I've used the pin for the top of the clock, and then I got a googly eye and just sort of ripped the googly eye bit off and then used the round white bit for the face of the clock. And you might have seen the gold bit before. It's a Mickey Mouse. It was on a hoodie that I had, and I had been using it as a candlestick, but now it's a lovely clock that's going to go on the bookcase. So I think that's a cute little idea. And then I got these lovely printables off it's a Facebook page about dollhouse miniatures, and there's some files on there. So I sort of downloaded these, and I thought, well, that's a nice idea. So there's loads to choose from. So I just printed them off, cut some out, just glue them together, and they even come with little records as well that you can stick together. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be getting them out, but I just thought, well, I've got the detail, I might as well use it. So I've got all these LP covers, and I mean, there's so many to choose from for all tastes, so that was really cool. And I thought that would be a nice little thing to put onto the bookcase. So there was also some books on the printables as well, so I printed those off, and then again just cut out the ones I wanted, and then just got some plain paper and concertinaed it and glued them inside the covers. And I think the books look really good. I mean, I have made some books before, but I mean, these look much more professional because they're the actual covers of the books. So I've just done a small selection. I'm not going to have loads and loads of books. I've got Dracula, Winnie the Pooh, Moby Dick, quite a eclectic range there. I've got Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express, and as I say, they just look so sweet. And I've got Robinson Crusoe as well. I thought it was a lovely, brightly coloured book cover. And then I'm just going to dot these around on the bookcase, so I'm not putting them all together. And there's another Agatha Christie there. So just for filler to go on the bookcase, rather than having like complete books all over the place, I thought I'd just make this this bookcase look like, you know, really useful but nice. I had already made my bed previously for the old house, and then I did actually do it up for the new house. I sort of made it shorter and a bit more streamlined, and then I thought, just to make it even better, I'm going to put a headboard on it. And if you've watched my kit series, you'll see that I've actually just chosen the exact same way that the headboard was made on the kit. And, you know, it's just so simple. You just cut yourself a piece of card or a piece of board, and then cover the two ends, and then fold over your material for the main part. Put a bit of sponge or fluffy material in, and then wrap it all round, and it looks like a perfect leather headboard. You could use any material, but I did happen to have some leather. So this time I glued the duvet on, which positions it, makes it look a bit better. And then I just got some sticky trim to put over the top end of the duvet, just to make it look a bit more duvet-like. And as I say, I did take inspiration from my Dollhouse kit bed, but that looks better than I had previously just laid the duvet over it, so it definitely looks more fitted. And then I made 2 new pillows, because I thought the grey actually goes better with the duvet than the pink felt ones. And that actually material came with that trim on it, so I think that looks really sweet, and it matches the duvet. So I'm really happy with how the bed turned out. Get the room dressed and finished. So I've got the bookcase up the corner here. I have stuck it to the wall. I've got my records there. I've blue tacked those onto the bottom shelf, because then they can be flipped through, so you can have a little look at them. Otherwise, there wasn't any much point putting different ones in if I wasn't going to be able to move them. I've glued the books in though, so they're stuck in place. And then I've got lots of interesting things on the bookcase. So I've got a couple of vases with some flowers and plants, and then I've got a sort of an amethyst. It's actually just like a piece off a necklace, but it looks like a nice piece of amethyst on the bottom shelf there. And then I've got a bead with floral plant in it, and then I've got my little clock that I made. And then I've got 2 books that I had made previously, and I did pinch that little Eiffel Tower out of my mini Dollhouse kit and put that on, so I thought that looks like a nice little piece of objet d'art. And then I've got a little newspaper tucked behind that plant pot there. And then on the top shelf I've got a candle, another vase with some flowers in, and the little Robinson Crusoe book tucked in at the side. And then on the right hand side I've got a little one of those Nordic houses that I just made out of white card, and my Winnie the Pooh book, and then a sort of a little jar. It's a bead with another bead on top as the lid, and I just think that's really sweet. It's small. This is what I'm quite liking. It's nice and small, fits in, full of detail, but you know, it doesn't take up too much room and doesn't make the room feel cluttered. And then I've got the lovely picture hanging next to that as well. And then by the bathroom door, I've put a stand with a plant on. I did have that in the bathroom before, but I think that just fits really nice in there. And then on top of the wardrobe, I've put some storage boxes. So I've just got some jars inside there. And I just thought, well, that's a nice, again, another little idea. It shows that there is storage, but looks nice as well. And then I've got the lampshade, lovely colour, sort of goes with the sort of bluey green colour scheme that I've got in there, and a little marble effect. And then, as I said, that picture there. gives a pop of yellow and just brings a bit of brightness to the room. And then I have got my window there. I haven't actually put any curtains up yet, so that's possibly something I may do in the future. I haven't really decided yet whether to go with a blind or curtains or just leave it. A rug in. It's actually just a piece of, the sort of papers that you can buy in the books. And it's a nice sort of rectangular one, which I think works quite well. And again, it goes with the bluey green colour scheme. So I have just put it down there for now, but I may glue it to the floor just to keep it in place. But for now, it's okay. And then I've kept my bedside tables. I have put a little coaster and a glass on the bedside table. And there's the bed. Again, now it's all glued and in place. It's much easier to move in and out. I think the headboard does make it look a lot better. And then I've got the other bedside table to go in the other side, and I have got some cushions. I thought, well, it doesn't hurt to have a few extra cushions on the bed. I may keep them, I'm not sure, but I thought I'd just put them in for now. And then I've got this little tray with some books and a candle, and again another little bead with a plant in. I thought it looks so cute. And that can go on the bed to dress it. I have glued it all on again, so it won't sort of fall off all over the place. And then that little bedside table, again, I've just I've blue tacked the cup on and the coaster so they don't have fall off. I may change those because I kept those there from the old house. They do work though. I might change the lamps. I'm thinking about it at the moment. I like to put things in place and then kind of look and come back to it. So there probably will be a bedroom reno at some point, I'm sure. But for now, I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. I'm very happy with the wallpaper, the wardrobe, the bookcase. I think it's just got just the right amount of detail. There's lots of lovely little details, but I don't feel it's like over cluttered. I have added a little, I had a little polar bear statue there that's quite big now for this house, but I think it works as a sort of a big work of art. So I've put that on top of the bookcase for now, and then I have just moved the rug down a little bit on the bed as well, so it sort of takes up a bit more of the floor. I might add some slippers at the side of the bed, just to add that little touch of hominess. But for now, I think I'm very happy with how the bedroom has turned out. It looks really cosy and comfy. But also, quite modern and not too cluttered. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider doing so. Give me a like, drop me a comment, because I do love to hear from you. So, until next week, take care. Bye-bye.